Building solid and consistent habits is one of the fundamental skills to achieve success, not only in monetary terms, but in any aspect of our life. Good habits can help us achieve practically anything within our capability. The power of habits is such that we can change things we would think are inherent to ourselves, part of our personality. For example, a person who considers themselves too introverted and is not comfortable with that part of their personality, who wishes to be more sociable, could achieve it if they are consistent enough and train the right virtue. Furthermore, we are in the perfect moment to record this video. At the beginning of 2023, almost all of us took a pen and paper and wrote down our New Year's resolutions, the things we wanted to accomplish, like getting abs, developing that dream project, learning to play the guitar, and more. Many of you may have started off well, probably stuck to a diet for a month or two, but now might be a critical moment. There are 3 months left in the year. Enough time has passed for you to have faltered, to have strayed from the path and stopped fighting for what you truly want to achieve. In this video, I'll give you 3 very useful pieces of advice that will allow you to fail and get back up, fail again and get back up again, treating it as a long-term race, a matter of consistency. The first piece of advice is a rule you should apply to your habits, regardless of their nature or purpose, whether they're related to making money, well-being, health, or gaining a skill. It consists of applying the rule that you can fail a habit, but you can't fail it 2 days in a row. For example, if you've set a goal to walk after dinner every day, and you walked on Monday, walked on Tuesday, and Wednesday, but couldn't or didn't find the strength to do it on Thursday, it's okay, you failed, but you've truly failed only if you miss it 2 consecutive days. You didn't do it on Thursday, but on Friday, you have to do it, without fail. This allows you to fail, but still stay within the boundaries, within what's allowed, and therefore, it allows you to get back up again and again. There are 3 fundamental aspects when building your habits: flexibility, consistency, and resilience. Resilience is the ability to fail and try again, to fall and rise. Flexibility is necessary because things that are rigid, when bent with enough force, break. What breaks rarely returns to its original state. If you've broken a habit or think you've deviated from the trend, it may be very difficult to get back to where you were and keep trying. Consistency is the most important because it's a long-term game, a competition against yourself until those habits are practically integrated into your life and routine. The second piece of advice is to understand willpower as something that replenishes every night while you sleep. When you wake up in the morning, your tank is full, but it depletes as the day goes on. Something that can be very helpful for you is to place the habits or activities that require the most willpower from you in the early hours of the day. If you find it most challenging to go for a run or take a cold shower, do it as soon as you wake up, before going to work or classes. The biggest enemy of habits is procrastination, putting things off. Similar to how we discussed in the previous video that things that cause us pain, things that are challenging, increase our motivation levels. So, if you schedule the most challenging habits for the early part of the day, you'll experience that discomfort, and for the rest of the day, you'll have higher levels of dopamine circulating in your body, which will be beneficial for carrying out other tasks or things you need to do on that day. The third and final piece of advice I want to give you is to introduce habits in an orderly, logical, and gradual manner. We all want to do a million things. We'd love to become millionaires, get the body of our dreams, play the guitar, piano, and harp, learn to cook Japanese cuisine, develop that dream project, create a YouTube channel and upload 3 videos a week, go viral on TikTok, meet friends every day, get a girlfriend and see her 6 times a week, walk the dog twice a day. But the truth is, this is totally impossible. Therefore, my recommendation is to gradually and systematically incorporate habits into your routine. Start by choosing 3, 4, or even 5 habits and begin incorporating them gradually. For example, if you want to start reading, don't set a goal of reading for 45 minutes every day from the get-go. Instead, start with just reading as a habit. One day it might be for 20 minutes, another day just 2 pages, and that's okay. You'll still be fulfilling it, developing it, and incorporating it into your life. Once you've become accustomed to reading every day, even if it's just a bit, you can start demanding more from yourself, like I'm going to read a minimum of 10 pages a day, then 20, and eventually, you might end up reading a book a week. The same applies to running, eating well, or anything else. You can't be too strict from the beginning because if you lack flexibility, If you attempt a rigid diet, for instance, you'll likely end up breaking. Gradually, these habits will become part of your life, and you won't have to make an effort or rely on willpower to stick with them. Just as you don't need to track brushing your teeth daily because it's already integrated, you can achieve the same with many other activities. There will come a point where habits will disappear from this list because they've become deeply ingrained, and you'll add new habits when incorporating them becomes easy, and you have very few failures in the total for the month. It's not something that ends. There's always more work to be done. Therefore, when you have very few failures, you'll naturally introduce new habits. Now, let's discuss some habits that will undoubtedly help you in your daily life. First, try to get at least 7 hours of sleep each day. Sleep is fundamental for our well-being. Next, run or walk for at least 30 minutes at least 5 times a week. Cardio is essential, whether it's walking, running, or cycling. Weightlifting is important too. Fasting can be a helpful habit. Fasting in 16-hour windows each day. Try to disconnect from your phone as much as possible. Stretching is healthy and recommended for everyone. We won't be young forever, so we need to start taking care of ourselves from now on. Reading, as mentioned before, is a very good habit. Drink more than 2.5 liters of water a day. Often, we focus on being very productive, managing podcasts, multiple businesses, training, following strict diets, and we sometimes forget what's truly important in life, family and friends. So, showing enough affection to your loved ones, whether it's calling your mother, visiting your father, or spending time with your partner and friends, is crucial and shouldn't be overlooked. Exposing yourself to the sun is another good habit. It provides essential vitamins, acts as an antidepressant, and is beneficial for your overall health. Lastly, avoid sugar and junk food. We are what we eat, so refraining from consuming sugar and junk food greatly contributes to our well-being. It's important to create a system where you track your successes and failure. When you accomplish a habit, mark it in black, and when you fail, mark it in red. This way, you can keep a daily record and then tally up all your failures for the month. For example, you might have a total of 100 failures in the month. Next month, this becomes your benchmark to beat, and this turns it into a long-term race against yourself. If you had 100 failures this month, next month, you'll aim for 90, and the following month, 80, continuing the challenge against yourself. There will come a point where habits naturally drop off this list because they've become sufficiently integrated, and you'll add new ones as incorporating them becomes easy, and you have very few failures for the month. It's not something that ends. There's always more work to be done, so when you have very few failures, you'll naturally introduce new habits. I hope you found these tips useful. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye.